to Two Birds, One Brain podcast with it's Jessica Woot and the Curious Alice. We're here today to talk about them movies.
Yeah. Terrible movies.
Terrible movies, bad movies, Rotten Tomato low scores, movies that are considered controversial, movies that we love, other people hate, or have told us to our faces that we have bad taste because we like them.
It hurts.
That is where we're at today.
It hurts so much. Bad movies we love. We all got them. Yeah.
Bad movies we love. I've got a handful. Now, I would like to point out that some of these on my list, they're not bad movies per se, but they are movies that, like, when I tell people about them, they're like, Alice, come on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking trust me, bro. Trust me, bro. Okay, so
there may be some movies also that with nostalgia goggles maybe haven't aged very well, or we haven't seen them in a while. There's also one or two that I wrote down that I was like, I think this is a bad movie. And then I looked it up on Rotten Tomatoes, and it actually scored fairly well. But
that's exactly what happened to me.
Yeah, but if I tell people or like talk to people about it, they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Or it also just, it feels like a bad movie, and it might be a bad movie, but it's bad in a good way, you know?
Well, and even like when we were discussing it initially, we both said, I didn't write this on my list, was Napoleon Dynamite. We're like, is it a bad movie? Because it's like intentionally designed to be weird and cringe and kind of strange. So like, is it bad, or is that artsy and therefore good?
I mean, I wanted to talk to you about it though too, because
there you go. I opened the floodgate. Get into it.
No, it's perfect, because I remember I watched it by myself, like the first time I saw it when all the hype was out, and I was like, this is fucking terrible. This movie is awful. Yeah. And then I watched it a little while later at a friend's house, like with a whole group of people. And then it was enjoyable because we were all kind of laughing together at how weird it was. And then that's when it became quotable and cool. But like watching it by yourself, it's not good.
No, it's one of those things where you have to have someone who likes it to show it to you, because they make it more fun to enjoy, I think.
Yeah.
But as it stands alone, I remember the first time I watched Napoleon Dynamite, I was like, what am I watching?
And I still don't
What is this?
I don't ever want to watch it again.
No.
It's not one that I want to watch again. Meanwhile, though... Oh, go ahead.
But if I say shit like, vote for Pedro, or Tina, come get your dinner, you fat lard. You know, like, iconic. It's iconic.
Yeah. The gifs, the dance, like everything. Yeah. Everybody knows it. And it's scored, I looked it up, it was like in the 70% for critics and audience on Rotten Tomatoes. But... Meanwhile, because this is one that I wrote down, and this is my Napoleon Dynamite, because I'm going to call Napoleon Dynamite a bad movie. Yes, it's quotable, and I didn't really like it that much, though.
Yeah, I consider it more of a cult classic.
Yeah, and some of the ones I have written down are, but like, what my Napoleon Dynamite is Hot Rod, and I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I've never seen that, no.
It's very similar, but it's Andy Samberg, it's Bill Hader, Isla Fisher is in it, and it is so fucking funny. That's one I can watch by myself, and it's funny. It's very, very Napoleon Dynamite, like, coded.
Didn't Andy Samberg do a movie called, like, Superstar or something?
That one's bad.
Was that him?
That's bad. Yeah, I saw that.
I remember watching that one, and I didn't hate it, but I did enjoy watching it, but I was just kind of the whole movie just being like, what the fuck is going on?
That one I would call that one bad, but I will call Hot Rod good, but the critics scored it at like a 39% or something, and I am furious about that.
There you go.
Audience 64. But it is one of my most quotable movies. Like, Richard and I quoted at each other all the time. I think it's hilarious, but...
I mean, that's really all it is, right? It's like, what part of the art are you getting out of it? And I feel like between the two of us, quotability is really important.
It's high, yeah.
And I also I really like fun cinematics, which is why I like Wes Anderson films, because he always does really interesting shots. Like, he frames things really well.
It goes back and forth for me, though, just because sometimes I watch Wes Anderson movies and I'm like, God, you think you're hot shit, don't you? You just think you're God's gift to cinema, and I can see it.
The thing is that I've said it to Logan before, because I didn't like the first one. I didn't like Grand Budapest Hotel the first time I watched it. And then I rewatched it recently, and I was like, you know what? The vibe of this movie is so specifically the same vibe as live theater. And I think that is what throws me off, is that he sets up his shots like you would set a stage.
Okay.
And it has such a live theater vibe to it. And I was like, oh my God, is that why these movies felt weird to me? Because it was like I was watching live theater being filmed.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you know, like a movie. And I was like, oh, this makes so much more sense. He's doing it as if it's a theater performance. And it's so much more enjoyable for me to watch it from that perspective. Yeah. Because, like, Moonrise Kingdom has some, like, you know, the dialogue is delivered kind of stiffly.
I did like that one. Out of any of them, that's the one I liked the most.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I think that's part of it, is that if you wanted to convert any of these movies to a staged performance, you could do it.
You could. Yeah, I can see that. I've never thought about it that way.
There's no set piece too big to not convert the movie over. And that's something I actually really enjoyed. Now, I haven't seen the new one, Atomic City, that just came out, but
yeah, I mean, I would potentially watch that one, but we've talked about this before. I have to be in such a specific mood for a Wes Anderson movie.
I agree. Yeah.
And it's because he does simplify, you know, life and romanticize it a little bit, which is nice, but it's done in kind of a weird, like, more mundane way than, say, like Studio Ghibli does. Whereas Studio Ghibli is like, oh, like, it's so light and it's happy and you know, it's
they go Wes a little bit more overblown.
Yeah, kind of. And again, for me, it just feels so pretentious, and I'm just like,
I mean, that's fair. Sometimes you just can't get away from that. But yeah. I think in the world of movies we have right now, which are just like shooting so aggressively to be the most realistic, gritty film, I'm like, thank God Wes Anderson is making films that don't make me want to rip my fucking eyes out.
It is a different kind of realism that I can appreciate. Yeah. Because it's like, yeah, this is real. But, oh, what was I about to say? Fuck, I lost it. It's gone. I don't know. I don't remember.
That's okay. I would also like to point out that I'm about to go feral over Barbie, so.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, I remembered it. Oh, I forgot it again.
Oh my God. What is happening over there?
I had it, and then it disappeared.
Is it with Wes Anderson?
It was Wes Anderson. It was Wes Anderson. Okay. But no.
I would like to point out that a lot of people really like Quentin Tarantino films. I do not like them.
No.
Inglourious Bastards was probably the one I was most likely to like, and it was okay. I just am so unsatisfied with his endings. You get to the ending, and I'm like, great, I'm glad I wasted all this time getting invested in characters that all died at the end.
Everyone died. The end.
I don't like it, especially if it's a stupid death, like an unreasonable.
And he does a lot of stupid deaths.
I can understand the appeal. It's just not for me.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't mind. I can watch things that are gory, but his are always, like, so gory. Gory to be gory.
They're cartoonishly gory.
Yeah.
Like, comic booky.
I do appreciate Christoph Waltz coming out of, you know, Inglourious Bastards, and he's fucking incredible. I love him so much.
He's the best part of that movie. I really enjoyed his portrayal of that character.
Yeah. But I mean, granted, there are also things that I will always remember, like Michael Fassbender gets killed because he does 3 the wrong way. Like, like, there are some things that, you know, I remember.
No, there's moments that are enjoyable, but sorry, I got off topic with that, but I just was like, I'm going to say it. I'm not a Quentin Tarantino girly.
That's fine.
He's fine. I don't love him.
Yeah. Well, I remember the thing I was going to say because I feel like it counts for Tarantino.
Go before you forget.
For Wes Anderson and a couple other things. But it's like, I am able to appreciate, even if I don't like a movie or if I don't like media, that maybe they did something important for cinema. And there is a reason that it is considered a good movie by a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if I call it a bad movie because I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's the same way that I feel about a lot of the Wes Anderson ones. Because I'm like, it's just not for me. But I understand and I am able to appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, I see the appeal. It's like enjoying modern art. There's some shit that I'm like, sure, I guess. All right. And like someone else can walk by and be like, this is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. I'm like, great. I'm glad you got something out of that because I don't know what the fuck that is.
That's what it's all about is, you know, it's not everything's going to hit for you and not everything's for you.
I'm not always a target audience, and I understand that.
Yeah.
However, I am the target audience for Barbie coming out July 21st.
I am actually really excited for Barbie. I am. Very much so. And Richard is excited for Oppenheimer. So, I mean, it's...
Oh my God, are you guys going to double feature it?
I haven't been to a movie theater in years. I don't think I need to. I mean, he might want to see Oppenheimer in a movie theater because... Big boom.
Realistic atomic bomb? Come on.
No, thank you. I don't need more things to be stressed about.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, that technically already happened, so you don't have to worry about it.
I know, but still.
You know what? Speaking of the atomic bomb, I'm going to get into one of my movies. So I don't know if you've ever seen this, but the 1998, even though my DVD says it came out in 2000, is the Godzilla featuring Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie.
I enjoyed that one. I did.
Do you want to know what its fucking score is on Rotten Tomato?
What is it? Is it like in the
19%.
I called it. That's lower than anything that I have written down.
I was flabbergasted. I was in the car with Logan, and I was like going through each movie and being like, okay, like if it's under 50%, I'm writing that down as a bad movie. And then I saw that one, and I was like, oh, dude, I love this Godzilla. This is one of my favorite movies. Yeah. And I looked up, and I was like shattered. I was like, no, this movie's so good. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
And like, granted, it's Godzilla not by like old school. Like, it doesn't shoot a laser. It's just like a big angry iguana. Yeah. But like the suspense when I was a kid, when this movie came out, and like the science isn't that fucking bad. That's the thing, is the science is like okay, it's reasonable to some extent. And there's the shot like when they go into Madison Square Garden and they're like exploring, and there's a part where they can't find it, and then the eyeball opens at the end of the tunnel.
I remember.
Dude, iconic. I love that. And then they descend down into it and they see all the eggs, and you're like, fuck.
I haven't seen that movie in years, but I liked it. And I know I've watched it more than once. That's also one of the important things. I have seen that more than once, willingly.
Yeah. No, I seek it out. I love this movie. It's so good.
It has Hank Azaria, okay? And I fucking love Hank Azaria so much.
It's a great cast, dude. It's a phenomenal cast.
I also love, and I remember reading something about it as well, but the dark, spoopy vibes. It's gloomy. It's rainy the entire time, which everybody was like, yeah, it looked really cool. But then I read an article with Hank Azaria, and he was like, it was fucking miserable. We were wet every day. And I was like, oh my God, King, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but it looks good.
It does.
Like, it paid off, in my opinion.
Here's a random thing that I learned one time, and now I can never unlearn it, and I'm going to let you learn it also.
Okay,
but
I'm down.
For the almost like every movie, because I've looked for it in things now too. It was when I was watching Easy A. Like, I watched the director's cut one time with the commentary because I was bored. And they had a scene at nighttime, and, you know, the roads are wet. And he's like, yeah, in most movies that you'll see, the roads at nighttime are always going to be wet because it's like better for cinematography and you get light reflections and camera. So it always looks like it's rained if there's a nighttime scene. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it makes the roads not look fucking gross, so I respect that.
And I notice it now. Every time I'm like, oh, they wet the roads.
I would like to point out the connection point there was the fact that the dropping of the atomic bomb was alluded to mutating the lizards and turning them into Godzilla. I just don't know. If y'all haven't seen the opening of that movie, that's what happens.
That's a good one. I do enjoy that one.
Exactly. That's why when I looked it up, I was like, oh, I've killed it. I have found the best, worst movie that we both, I know, enjoy.
It has a 19.
Yeah.
No, nothing I have is actually that low. Speaking of stupid action movies, and I rewatched this one yesterday. And I think we talked about this and you haven't seen it. I recommend it. Is the Charlie's Angels that came out in 2000. I have first not seen it. Reboot of Charlie's Angels with Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu. Tim Curry's in it.
All right. I mean, 3 of those 4 names I like as actors, so let's go.
Sam Rockwell is in it.
There you go.
And he dances a little bit, and I think has one of the hottest moments in like cinema history in the 2000s. Hello, Richard and I talk about this all the time.
Oh my God.
But like, it's one some of it didn't necessarily age that well. I do think even at the time, like, they wrote it to be stupid, like kind of a spoof, like they knew what they were doing. But also watching it, I was like, did they? Or is that just what, or is that what it feels like now that it rolled back around? It's been so long. Like, was it written serious? I don't know. They do Matrix shit during fight scenes. You know, there's a slow motion bullet. Like, it's bad good, but it's fun. It's flashy. That's exciting. They're all gorgeous. All the women in it, you know? Oh yeah, I think it's like just an excuse for car chases, rock music, explosions, girls fighting each other.
So I have 2 movies that are going to fall into the same category, and it's going to make sense when I say it, which is in that same vibe, which is the Step Up movies and the Bring It On movies.
I was gonna say maybe Bring It On.
Those I looked up the individual movies, and the first Step Up did really well because it actually has a story. Yeah. And I think the first two Bring It Ons did fairly well, but the one I remember enjoying was Bring It On, All or Nothing, which had
Hayden Panettiere.
Yes, she's in it, and then the other Step Up movies like got worse, as they came out. I literally wrote down on my note collectively bad.
It's true.
But the thing is about the Step Up movies, I'm not watching it for the plot. That's like girlies who read things like adult novels that are like, oh, I'm reading it for the plot. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're not. You're not reading it for the plot. You're not reading the ACOTAR series for the plot. You're lying. So that's what I feel like when I saw criticisms. There was like a child critic that was really popular when the third Step Up movie came out, and I remember him being on the news and being like, "Oh yeah, this movie's like a C- because the plot wasn't wasn't well developed, and like I just didn't understand what was going on." And I was like, "You're a fucking child. It's not about the fucking plot. It is simply about the dancing. You could cut the whole plot out and just have the dance scenes, and I'd be happy. Like I don't care." Yeah. And it was really funny that they thought at any point we were watching that movie for the plot.
I don't know if I ever even saw the first Step Up. I might have seen it on a bus, like on a school field trip once.
Yeah.
But like, it's kind of like I've never watched any of the Dirty Dancings, and usually they get worse over time. But there's that one that I keep telling you, if we ever find it, we need to watch it, because it was Dirty Dancing Havana Nights. Which is, I don't know, number 5
Diego
or something.
Luna in it. Yes, we need to watch it.
Diego Luna in Cuba in the 50s. And it was amazing.
Watch it.
But before we go too far also, because you mentioned Bring It On. And I do love Bring It On.
I do like it.
And I did like the second one. And I remember I used to think it was like really hot. That one part everybody knows. And then watching it back,
you're so like, bad. No, it's so awful. But like, you still love it,
Crumping up against that boy. But I just remembered another movie. But it's two guys that are the main characters, and they're on the football team. They get a lot of ass. That's the whole point. It's Fired Up, is what it's called. And they decide they don't want to go to the football camp because it's going to be like all summer and there's all spring break or something, and they're going to miss their chance to like hook up with a bunch of ladies because they're just going to be with a bunch of bros. So then they decide to join the cheerleading squad because they want to try to like hook up with the cheerleaders. But then of course they fall in love with cheerleading and they actually, become part of the team, and it's like really sweet.
Cute. Actually, I love that.
And it's so funny. That's also highly quotable. Richard and I are quoting that all of the time. You got to risk it to get the biscuit. Very important.
Is that from that movie?
That's from that movie.
Dude, I just say that. That just osmosis into my life. I had no idea it was from that. I always say you got to risk it for the biscuit.
It has a 24% from critics.
I would like to point out really quickly that I also have a sports drama. Stick It has a 32%.
A 32?
A 32!
Excuse me.
That is a great movie.
We love Stick It.
Honestly, that is your gateway drug to being a lesbian right there. That is what that movie is. That girl is so hot in that film.
I know. Sorry, dude. I'm not bisexual. I can see her and I can appreciate it. But I know, like, if that movie, if I was, I would have been like,
that would have been the
hot
one.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, you literally are like, am I having hormones right now?
You know what other movie, also because I rewatched this yesterday, and I was like, if I was bisexual, this would have done it.
Yes.
Was Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, Lord.
2004. No, the Point of No Return scene, which I don't know if you've seen this movie.
I have.
Okay. I was going to say, otherwise we need to watch it because there are two things I realized. I mean, I've always loved the Past the Point of No Return because she's got this little, off the shoulder thing going on. Mm-hmm. She's so hot in that part. And that song is about sex.
I agree.
And they're both walking towards each other on the platform. Girl. But also, I don't know if you remember how many close-ups on hands there are. It's precursor to Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, no, I know. Well, and the thing is for me is that the best part of that film is the chandelier falling. Like, it's so I know good. That sounds crazy, but it's so satisfying to me personally to watch that thing shatter as it falls.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But that one, that is unironically one of my favorite movies. And I know the theater community...
Did it rank poorly?
Yes, it had a 33.
What? That's like a world famous movie.
No, that's one.
That's crazy.
33% critic. Audience was 84 though. So
that tracks. Okay.
But in the theater community, like, most people think it's terrible.
You know what?
They think Gerard Butler was a bad choice.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Right now because I know one that you love that I don't.
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, where'd that land?
I don't know. I didn't look.
I'm gonna look it up.
But I did look at I like Phantom of the Opera.
Actually, it did fairly well. It did 75%.
I'm not surprised. It's fantastic. But Baz Luhrmann is another one of the. It's like on the Wes Anderson scale, but he's the opposite of Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson is slow
his shit doesn't
and calm.
make any sense.
Baz Luhrmann is.
Yeah, I can't figure out what the fuck's going on.
But yeah, most people thought Gerard Butler was terrible, and I did see, because I read an article, that Hugh Jackman was also up, like, for the Phantom, but I think that would have been worse. I don't think he would have been the. I don't think he would have been the right role. Yeah. No. And I mean, it is bad, but I think what most people didn't realize is that the Phantom of the Opera story is bad.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
And when you take away, like, the operatic stuff and just
I would like to point out,
you know,
the man also wrote Cats, and he wrote one about trains who are trying to fuck each other, okay? The man is unhinged on several levels.
He ruined everything in the first Phantom by also writing Phantom of the Opera 2, Love Never Dies.
Which I've heard is literally fucking awful.
The sequel. Oh, girl, it's terrible. It's so bad. It's got to be a standalone. But it is. It's kind of fanfic, you know, like written out. And the end happens so fast. It's like, I'm going to kill you. No, I'm not. I don't love you. Yes, I do. And it's just, you know, it's
gross.
It's so bad, but I love it so much.
You know, I'm gonna do my two. What's the word?
Top favorite, worst.
One is a controversial. There are two ones that if I tell an adult to watch this movie, they're gonna look at me like I'm fucking crazy, and I'm like, be like, fucking trust me, all right? When have I ever steered you wrong? Number one, Muppet movies.
Muppet movies. Yeah.
I know I brought it back around to Muppets. I know I have a problem, but the thing is that if at the grown age of 27, you tell someone who's never seen a Muppet movie, you need to watch a Muppet movie, they're going to think you're fucking crazy because obviously Muppets are for babies because Muppet babies exist. No, you fucking imbecile. When the Muppets started, Muppets were for the adults.
Yeah. Though there was so much
ass
really
Muppets
adult
were for
content
the adults.
Also that they took out and they made it a little better. But.
Even Elmo off of Sesame Street is unhinged as fuck. You're telling me this is not for adults? I disagree. He's funny as shit. So Muppet movies is number one.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to watch Treasure Island. And everyone needs to see Muppets Christmas Carol. They're incredible.
Agreed.
Dora the Explorer, the movie. The one that just came out in like 2 years ago.
Oh.
Or last year, I think. The new one. The live action one. Oh. Because it looks stupid because the way they wrote it is like she's still doing the TV show. Like she's having a fourth wall break with you, but no one else in the movie does. Oh. So it's just her having this weird like audience awareness while you're exploring a temple in, in the wilds of South America. I almost said South Africa. That would have been stupid. But I didn't get all the way through it because my internet crashed while I was watching it and I couldn't get it to load again. But I did see someone say that she did speak the actual native language to the area she's supposed to be in. Like she spoke the native language, not Spanish, but like the native. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was really fucking cool. They did a lot of like true to history like touches in the movie.
That's nice.
That I did not expect from the production of a Dora the Explorer movie. So I do highly recommend. I want to finish it, but I do recommend watching it because it's actually not that bad. It seems stupid. It's not.
That's so silly.
It is, but it's not.
Huh.
Now on another note, on a similar but different note.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the original Tomb Raider movies?
The ones with Angelina Jolie, or you mean before that? Oh, yeah.
Yes. No, Angelina Jolie. All right.
Yeah.
Both of those scored 20 and 24%. And I love them. But I think it's just because it was like the first like action woman films I ever saw.
That's fair. Mm-hmm.
And Angelina Jolie is so fucking just... She could literally just look a man in the eyes and he'd keel over, you know? Like, she's fucking incredible. And she has that cool-ass back tattoo that I just fucking salivate over. And then they put her in that goofy-ass silver suit with no bra on. And I'm like, how the fuck is she being held up in that thing? But also, it's cool as shit, you know? Like, she has a lot of cool outfits.
Yeah.
And what I like the most about Lara Croft specifically as a character is that she's a badass without losing her femininity. You know, like I feel like a big thing is that they always push, oh, you can't be a badass woman and still be feminine.
Yeah.
You know, you have to push against that. And it's like, no, she's literally badass the entire movie and also hot as fuck. And I appreciate that.
We need to watch Charlie's Angels 2000.
I'm down. That sounds like it's in my cup.
Yeah, it's so goofy. And actually, I did forget to say something about it because I know I was saying, like, it may not have aged well. There were some, you know, disguises that might be a little bit of a bad choice. Racially, not a good choice. But also, there's a cute little, I mean, it moves really fast, but there's a cute little romance, like, in the middle that's really stupid. Cameron Diaz is trying to date this guy, but, you know, she also can't tell him that she's
a spy.
A spy, and it's Luke Wilson, and that's really cute. Bill Murray is Bosley, but apparently he was not very nice to people on set.
Bill Murray's always just been this weird gray of a person.
Yeah, there's been some not so great stories about that. But I mean, a bunch of hotties, you know, like jumping around, kicking ass.
Would you like to contribute? Because I have another one I'm ready to go on a rant on, but God. I would like you to get a movie in.
I'm gonna switch to another type of action.
Go.
Kind of. Deep Blue Sea, 1999, genetically modified smart sharks.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is, and that sounds bad. So
it's
yeah,
incredible.
Is it like how Sharknado is good but also awful?
No, this has Samuel L. Jackson. It has Stellan Skarsgård. It has LL Cool J and a cursing parrot.
You lost me at LL Cool J.
He's the chef. I did not realize that this was a B movie until after I started dating Richard. And I think I told him that I love this movie. And he was like, that's a bad movie. And I was like, no, it's not.
Oh no, it's not. Oh my God.
I didn't know.
That's like me finding out Godzilla was considered a bad movie socially. Yeah. And I was like, no, it's not.
I mean, graded, actually, like critics gave it a 60. So it's not that bad. Audience gave it a 39, which is wild to me because
that's so funny.
Absolutely love this movie. Samuel L. Jackson gets eaten by a motherfucking shark.
He gets eaten by a motherfucker? That's incredible.
Motherfucking shark. The whole thing is like they're researchers. They're in an underwater laboratory facility and they're trying to do research on shark brains because they think they can help cure like Alzheimer's with a protein or something that's in there.
Yeah.
And then so they make, but it's not quite strong enough. So then they make the sharks smarter so that they can get more of the whatever they need.
Wow, I love pseudoscience in sci-fis.
It's actually
I would consider
pretty
this
good.
Like a potential sci-fi. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's also, you know, a disaster movie that I'm probably never going to find myself in any situations like this.
Yeah, like that's very unlikely.
So I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know it was considered a bad movie.
So, speaking of disaster movies.
Yeah.
This is a situation that you and I could find ourselves in at any time, which is why we don't like them. And it's the movie Twister.
No. Now, it actually is a good movie.
I would like to point out, it did receive a 62%, which is better than my cutoff. But I would like to point out that I actually consider this a bad movie because the science is fucking wrong. And my dad hates it because the science is wrong.
Yeah.
So it's considered a bad science film in our house. And we have like a category of movies that are bad science films. Mm-hmm. My dad likes to show Twister, Armageddon, Journey to the Core, or Journey to the Center of the Earth and The Core. Those are the separate movies. I combine the titles.
You'll need to go ask your dad how he feels about Dante's Peak because I used to love that movie.
I don't know if he's seen it.
Volcano movie with Pierce Brosnan.
How close do they get to the lava without like special clothing on?
I don't think they actually get that close. There's a lot of like
that bad.
There's ash, there's sulfuric lakes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he would hate it. Yeah. That's always his big thing when he's like, so if you're watching a movie with volcanoes in it and there's like shit falling in the air, that means the air is so toxic that you cannot breathe it without like a significant respirator on.
It's one of those things, I don't know why. I think it's just because as, you know, kids, it's like going through the, you know, the Egyptology obsession or whatever.
Yeah,
like everybody also has a weather obsession for a little while because I used to like Twister. I've watched it many times.
Yeah,
I loved Dante's Peak. Like, and Armageddon.
To be fair, I came by it honestly in my family because my dad taught high school earth science. So
this is true.
I came by it very honestly.
No, and now I don't want to watch those anymore because I'm like, yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
I'm one of the background extras that's going to get swept off.
I would like to point out that his least favorite part of the whole film is the man holding the basement door closed with his bodily strength versus an F5 tornado. He's like, dude, no. And then them tying themselves to the thing with the belt. Mm-hmm. He's just like, y'all, the physics of that belt better be made of fucking, like, the strongest fucking steel on the fucking planet because you are not staying there.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things when it comes down to a blockbuster. You know, a lot of the stuff is incorrect. They did an episode, which actually made me really happy, of Mythbusters, where they tested out a lot of the science and the things that they did in Deep Blue Sea, and like none of it worked.
That's so funny.
I loved it.
I fucking miss Mythbusters so much every day. R.I.P. Grant, I love you. You were one of the best boys. Mm-hmm. Truly traumatizing to experience during 2020. I loved that, man.
Yeah. Adam Savage still does a lot of stuff he has a YouTube channel. Granted, he's doing a lot of prop building and
which is where they started.
Looking at things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And looking at props that are legit movie props and stuff. So
you know what movies he started working on that are considered not great?
What ones?
The Star Wars prequels.
I wrote those down.
Yeah, so here's the deal. I grew up in the era of kids who loved the Star Wars prequels. Adam Savage, I believe, did do some work for them. I don't remember which one, but he did work on some of them.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I was talking to Logan about it, and we rewatched Phantom Menace the other day. And the thing is that, yeah, they're not like the same vibe as the original trilogies. And I have a lot of opinions about Star Wars, but I'll keep it real light, real simple for y'all today. I will not be talking about the sequels. That's a different pie to cut, and I don't want to cut it right now.
I wrote down that the prequels are a different kind of bad than the sequels are. Sequels are bad. Prequels are still okay.
Yeah, I think having the prequels at least have a running storyline that makes sense beginning to end.
Yeah. Story bad versus CGI bad are two very different things.
Yeah, and like, anyway, there's a lot. I could have a whole podcast episode about Star Wars as a whole, so I'm not gonna get into it, especially if my coworker listens to this, because he and I have gotten into hours-long arguments in the lab about the sequel, so I don't really want to do that right now. But my point being, I was like 3 or 4 when the Phantom Menace came out, so like, sorry, I was a fucking baby, all right? I was a fucking child.
What year did that come out?
99? 2000? 2001? 2001.
It might have been 2000. Actually, I think Richard and I have talked about this. Oh, shit.
Somewhere back there, yeah. Okay, I was born in 96, all right? Yeah, I was not very old.
I forget.
Yeah, but I remember my mom won tickets and took my brother to go see a premiere before it released officially. Ooh, so he got to go see it beforehand. And he's the same age as the actor who plays Anakin in that movie. So when he had to walk away from his mom and, had to like leave her, my brother got up from his front seat at the front of the theater, and my mom was sitting further back, and came back crying to hug my mom and be like, Mom, I love you so much. And I was like, see, George Lucas wrote these movies for kids, all right?
Yeah.
I know the adults want to be whiny and bitchy. The dialogue is bad. Fine. Hayden Christensen did his fucking best, all right? It is not his fault that the dialogue is fucking shit.
It's bad. I think also in, the second one, he was still fairly new.
Yeah.
But in the third one, so much better.
He portrays Anakin so perfectly. He is so good in Revenge of the Sith. That movie really brings the trilogy together. I really liked Attack of the Clones because it had the big Jedi fight in it, and also Padme being a badass. I love that shit. There was a lot of interesting stuff that happens in the second one. I love the droid area where they like go through the droid factory. Yes. I love the arena scene. I also played the video game that came along with it. So like I have a lot of emotional attachment to those games in that era. But Revenge of the Sith is so fucking good.
That's my favorite.
Highly quotable.
I think everyone's favorite for
great
good reason.
Villain. General Grievous is in it. He's fucking cool as shit. And
they did a lot of good things.
The emotion between Obi-Wan and Anakin in that film is so... They fucking killed it. I would also like to point out, they still hold the longest record for longest and fastest, like, saber fight ever on film.
Nice.
Because they said they never sped up any of the footage. They genuinely were fighting at that speed for the entire 12 minutes of filming.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, dude, that is so fucking cool. Like, they are genuinely so talented.
That fucking scene, that final fight scene on Mustafar is just chef's kiss, okay?
Yeah, it's incredible.
The emotion in it, too. They did such a good job.
Yeah. So I refuse to hear any blasphemy about Hayden Christensen. And I remember that first clip, and I cry every time I see it, where it's like him coming back for his first big con for Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
And him crying as the crowd cheered for him. And it was just like, we just had to grow up. We were waiting for you. We just had to grow up. Like,
he's getting the recognition he deserves. Yeah, because, I mean, when that came out, I remember I was in high school whenever Revenge of the Sith came out.
Little kid who played Anakin got bullied so badly he, like, tried to kill someone and went to jail. Like,
oh, shit.
Yeah, like, he had a huge, he, like, fucking sank. Like, he did terrible.
Oh, no. But, yeah, I mean, the first one came out when I was 10, and there were bits of it that were made for kids. I liked Jar Jar Binks when I was 10 years old.
I also liked Jar Jar Binks.
I thought he was funny.
This is racist because he sounds like a Jamaican. Like, I was just like, he's a dude who's stupid.
I didn't know. It was
they clarified that he's the dumbest of the Gungans, not that, and they all sound like him, so that's not fair.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I didn't know. And then I saw the Revenge of the Sith in high school, and, it was like,
God, that one is
Hayden
so
Christian,
good.
Hey.
Dude, his long, floppy hair.
Yeah.
Cursed
that was the
forever.
look.
I love him.
Incredible.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think there was too much CGI, and I know that was just because, they had their new, the lights and magic thing that they were so excited about. They went all in. It was risky, but...
I honestly don't feel like it aged poorly. I think they still... they're fine.
It's fine.
They're still good.
Mm-hmm.
The CGI was in the stage of CGI when they were still filming like there were real things and then CGIing over it, as opposed to just being like, like the Avenger films where it's like, this whole thing
nothing is there
is CGI and there's the only real thing that you're seeing is the actors on screen.
Yeah, they still had a couple things in it. I am always, I want practical effects if you can get them, for sure. Yeah. But
CGI Yoda in that one had to happen though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Oh.
Little green bouncy ball, man. My brother and I love that part.
Bouncy boy. But yeah, they're finally getting the recognition they deserve. They are bad movies.
Yeah.
In a certain sense. Yeah. But also, it's the nostalgia, and...
to a certain degree, they have been considered bad.
The story is good.
The story is good. Also, Padme's costumes, fucking incredible.
Iconic.
I'm so pissed they had Rey in 2 outfits for the entire sequels. Give me some cool fits.
I'm still, what I'm still most mad about in the Star Wars universe, still ever, is that in fucking Solo, all they did was give the girl, Emilia Clarke, is that her name?
Yes.
Daenerys. They gave her a fucking ponytail in the Star Wars universe. I am so mad about that. I'm like, you didn't give her any cool hair. You just gave her a fucking ponytail.
You could have given her even just a little what are they called?
It could have been a double or something.
The bead that hangs down, like the diadem, whatever the fuck that's called.
Yeah, just a little ornamentation, something. You could have still given her a ponytail, but made it a little bit fancier.
This is our SWOTOR knowledge coming in. I'd be like, there are possibilities.
Yeah. I was like, this is the most basic bitch in the Star Wars universe, I swear to God.
I do have another set of films that fall into that same category where it was like, it was bad when it came out, but now you go back and watch, you're like, actually, they weren't that bad. I let the hype take me over. And that would be Andrew Garfield's Spider-Mans.
Oh, wait, no. I only saw the first one. I was going to say the original Spider-Man.
I would say, the first 2 Spider-Mans with Tobey Maguire were wildly popular. People really liked them. The third one is the one that tanked because he was so weird in that one.
Emo boy.
Yeah, but Venom's in it, so it's still cool. It came back around.
But Venom was Topher Grace. That's also where they lost it.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, the third one the third one definitely crashed out. But the thing is that I don't like that one, so it's not on my list.
I still like it.
It's fine. I don't watch Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I don't like Tobey Maguire. He specifically is who I don't like.
Then again, that's the ones that I grew up with first. Yeah. So I was like, yep, this is my Spider-Man.
And the thing is that
That's it.
So all right. So let me get into it. This is why Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. So when my brother got adopted, my mom allowed us to pick a magazine or a comic book that we wanted, like a subscription to. Like she bought us subscriptions for Christmas and our birthdays. And Robbie picked Spider-Man. And I picked like American Girl doll or something because I like to look at the cute little dresses and bullshit. But when Robbie would finish his comic, he would let me read it because he didn't always understand. So I would like read it to him sometimes.
No.
So we bonded over Spider-Man, and then the Spider-Man 2 game came out on PC. We played that together forever. We had our version was broken, so like we couldn't save, so it would be constantly having to just replay the same parts over and over again.
Yeah.
So we got really good at it. And so, the Tobey Maguire movies came out. We were like, these are good. Mm-hmm. But they weren't the Spider-Man from the comic books because the ones we had, he was still a high schooler. So when the Andrew Garfield ones came out where he's a high schooler, I was like, oh, these are more similar to the Spider-Mans that we read when I was a kid.
He wasn't in high school in the first one?
I don't remember, but I
think in the first one he was.
Yeah, but he was he was a little bit older.
Yeah, because I remember the cafeteria scene.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But he wasn't. The thing is that his vibe as Peter Parker,
it was weird.
Was definitely nerdy, but I think that the way that Andrew Garfield portrayed the character was closer to what I remember the comics being at the time.
I also thought it just made more sense because he's a teenager. He's gonna be angry. He's gonna try to fight bullies and do stupid shit with it. He's gonna be making bad decisions.
People thought that his portrayal of the character was too musical theater-y, I think. They thought he was. I think they thought he was too.
What?
I lack of a better word, flamboyant for the role. But I was just
I've never heard that in my life.
I thought we all agreed that like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man as Spider-Man was the better portrayal, and Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker was better. And then overall, Tom Holland kind of captures the role best because he can do both fairly well. But as a follow-up, Miles Morales is the best Spider-Man. That shit is so good. And I will never stop singing his praises. I love those movies. But yeah, I know that the Andrew Garfield Spider-Mans took a lot of shit. So when that third Tom Holland one came out where all three of them were in it.
Yeah.
It was actually super good. I really enjoyed it.
Spider-Man is one of my favorite things. Although I haven't been watching any of the recent stuff. I think Tom Holland is fine. I know he is closer to the comic stuff, I feel like, because Peter Parker's always kind of supposed to be kind of snarky and little and wily and whatever.
Yeah.
But that kind of character is just never somebody that I like. I really liked Andrew Garfield because I thought he was more angry, about it. But I mean, Tom Holland gives me Tails vibes from Sonic, and I hate Tails.
Oh my god, I've never made that connection before. That's so funny.
That's what it is.
He totally does.
Tails. And I hate it.
That's so fucked up that you would say that to me because I love Tails. What the fuck is who? So what? So what? Which Sonic character do you relate to? Don't say. I was gonna say
no.
Don't
Knuckles.
You fucking dare.
I dressed up as in Halloween for Knuckles.
Okay,
once.
good. You better say the little himbo Knuckles.
The little echidna.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. I'll let it slide.
Knuckles. I was gonna look up actually just now because I have always loved for superheroes. I love Spider-Man. I loved the X-Men, and I like the X-Men
too. Those were good.
Batman. Like those are my.
You mean the only ones they actually made movies of for like 3 decades, and then suddenly Disney was like, "I'm buying Marvel."
I was gonna look up too the Batman movies.
I like the Michael Keaton ones.
Yeah, no, Michael Keaton, that's what I was looking for. Those ones are in the 70s and 80s on Rotten Tomatoes. Those are the Tim Burton ones.
Those are good.
I love those so much. Batman Forever, which I still really do enjoy, but that's the Val Kilmer one. It's got Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey, Riddler and Two-Face. That one did not score well at all.
And then I've seen the Dark Knight series as well. The real gritty one.
I didn't give a fuck about that.
I liked the last one because they had the funny meme of, "You were born in the darkness."
Ooh,
that one.
I'm going to transition to another superhero.
Go.
This one actually, so I looked up this movie because it's a cult classic. And anytime I've mentioned it to anybody, you know, most people, unless, you know, they are in on it and they're like, yes, this movie, I love it. It's gothic. It's incredible. But I feel like it is a bad movie, but it's a cult classic, is The Crow.
I've never heard of that.
Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, it was his last movie because he died during filming because
oh my God.
one of the blanks got stuck in one of the guns and he actually got shot and died.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I feel like it is a B movie. It is absolutely incredible. He's a musician. He and his girlfriend get brutally murdered, and then he comes back on another Devil's Night for revenge, like to take out the people who killed him and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
But also, he's he's a nice guy, like revenge-driven man, because there's like a little girl whose mom doesn't take care of her and they were really good friends and he's looking out for her. Like, he's very nice. He's the sweetest revenge-driven, like, man in anything I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm down.
I actually thought that this was going to score really badly, but it actually scored incredibly well. But I'm wondering if it is because of what happened, because of...
Yeah, if it got scored better, just out of sympathies.
Yeah, or if it just even got more, you know, play than it normally would have because it was so tragic around it also.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the lines in it, and it's my favorite ones, is the bad guy, who is sort of in an incestuous relationship. I think that's his sister. They might be adopted, but either way, I don't know.
Still weird. Still sibling if they're adopted. It's
a very strange movie. But I watch it like every Halloween. But he thinks like he's killed the crow because he's immortal. He has his life is tied to a crow's life at this point. But he says, call, bang, fuck, you're dead. It's like one of the lines.
Oh my God.
And I'll always remember that. But yeah.
That's so funny.
It's an incredible movie. It's really dark and gritty. It's gothic as fuck. But it actually scored, like, critics gave it an 84, audience gave it a 90.
Interesting.
But I feel like it's a B movie.
I guess we should we should start a Halloween watch list and get it prepped for October so we can have like a fun Halloween watch.
We can do that. That would be fun. Recommend The Crow.
So I'm about to alienate myself.
Go for it. Let's do it.
Not superhero necessarily, but definitely like has a following from old school cartoons and toys and has now evolved into something horrible and ugly, and that is the Transformers movies. Okay,
I knew it.
God damn it. All right,
Transformers.
So hear me out. Wait, hear me out. Just wait, let me finish. I would like to clarify, I preferred the first 3 movies. Yeah. I did not like the Mark Wahlberg ones, mostly because I don't like Mark Wahlberg. The new one is a new director and different actors, so I'm thinking about giving it a chance.
Okay.
I didn't watch the one with Haley Steinfeld in it because they had already fucked it over with Mark Wahlberg, so I didn't watch Bumblebee. But I do have to say the hype around that first Transformers movie when it came out, because they used that movie to promote the new Camaro.
Oh, yeah.
That was how they promoted that car, was the new body for the Camaro came out at the same time, and that movie came out, and then they released the car. So that was actually just a giant promotion for them. But the thing is that it is a cool car. It does look really cool. And the thing is that I also like all those movies, and I talked about it in our...
Creature Comforts episode.
Yeah, Creature Comforts is the sounds in those films are fucking incredible. They sound great. And I have to say it, the voice acting, fucking love Optimus Prime. The guy's got a great voice. What am I supposed to say?
You know, the CGI was really good. They animated the robots well. They look great. They look
really good. And they don't, and like, you know, they're CGI, so it doesn't bother you that they're, you know, that's what it is. Like, you can't do it any other way. You can't put people in boxy costumes. So it's actually was, I think, the prime time to make those movies is when CGI was just really making a breakthrough. But I really liked that first Transformers movie. The second one was a little bit, had too many dick jokes in it for me to be really good, but it wasn't terrible. And then the third one I watched while I was stupid high after a mouth surgery. So it was great. And my brother was like, I thought that you might have been dying because you said The Dark of the Moon was a good movie. And I was like, no, I was just really high on drugs.
That's incredible.
And I have not watched it since. I refuse to change my opinion on it. It's a good film.
Yeah, probably don't. Just live in the light. Don't
I'm
take
enjoying the fact
there.
that those 3 movies were actually really good when I was a kid.
I do have another sort of superhero movie that I thought this movie was incredible. I saw it in theaters. It came out in 2019. It was the movie Glass. I don't know if you've watched Unbreakable, Split, or Glass.
Okay, so I was going to say that's the one that's related to Split, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is the Unbreakable cinematic universe. They're all by M. Night Shyamalan, which could go either way.
I've actually not. I don't think I've seen a lot of those films.
Yeah,
so
I've only seen a couple.
That might have to go into our Halloween watch because I feel like they have that vibe. I remember Split
was dark,
advertised as really creepy.
Split was dark, but in a good way. Oh my God, James McAvoy was fucking brilliant.
I know he's in it and I love him, so like that's one of the reasons I want to watch it.
I would watch that one again. Glass was the culmination of the movie universe.
I remember that.
It brought Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson from the first one, who Bruce Willis is sort of a superhero. He's like super strong, but also he's got really heavy bones. Like he sinks in water. Water is his weakness. And then Samuel L. Jackson is the bad guy. He's the villain. He's got the disease that makes his bones like super brittle, so he can break bones very easily, but he's super duper smart. And then there's James McAvoy, also kind of like a villain. But they all come together in this movie. And I think the problem, because it got a 37% critic, and everybody I talked to actually really hated it, but it has a 67% from audience. But the Marvel movies had already been out at this point. This is not a superhero Marvel like movie. They kind of advertised it like it was.
I remember Glass coming out because I remember them showing the guy from Split, and I was like, that's that guy from that other movie. Is it the same guy? Yeah. And I slowly put it together. I was like, oh, this is like 2 different movies getting put together right now. What's going on? Mm-hmm. Like I never watched it,
came
but
out
I remember.
in like 2000. It's old. It's a little slow, but it's really cool. It's not that exciting.
I'm down for that though, because I like the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I feel like that was a little bit like that. We were just like, oh, there's a lot happening here that I didn't realize was going on.
I love kind of an unexpected movie trilogy or universe that's not overdone. Again, it was just 3 movies, and I was like, I didn't know these went together, and now they do, and that's really cool. But the whole time during all of the promos and even in the movie, like they build that, they're leading towards a big fight, in the metropolitan area. Like there's going to be a big thing. It's going to culminate there. Yeah. But M. Night Shyamalan movies never go the way that you think they're going to. Yeah. So, of course, that doesn't happen. And a bunch of people were really mad. And it's like, it's M. Night Shyamalan. Like, just because you got fooled and you're mad, like, it wasn't going to be
Girl, you have no room to talk.
Movie.
How did we feel about Ted Lasso? We have no room to talk.
No, that's different.
Oh, okay.
They promised
that
us
was
things.
leading on. No, we can't. I'm sorry.
No. But I mean, because M. Night Shyamalan ones are never what they say they're going to be. So it's like, you can't expect it to be a big budget superhero movie. Because it wasn't.
You're telling me that M. Night Shyamalan did The Last Airbender that nobody fucking likes?
He did. He did a lot of things. He did Signs.
That's so upsetting.
I think it was like either The Village or The Forest or something. He's done a lot of The Happening. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to see if I'd seen anything that I've literally the only one I've seen is The Last Airbender.
And that's the worst thing to have seen. Not that many of them are good, but literally like every movie that he does, there's some twist. That's his fucking thing,
That's okay. That can happen.
Yeah.
He just did it with the wrong thing.
Yeah. The twist that Avatar the Airbender was just actually
it was
terrible.
Just bad.
Yeah. The twist is it's awful.
Yeah, there's no coming back from it. It's terrible. Yeah. So what you reminded me of a movie, and I just looked it up, and it did score a 24%. Was Push with Chris Evans. Did you ever see that?
I didn't. I did not want to watch that one.
I watched it when it came out and liked it as a child, and I haven't seen it since. But I liked it because it had Dakota Fanning in it when she was a kid.
Okay.
And she was like real fucking sassy in it. Like I remember her sassing him. And I really enjoyed it. It was interesting because it was like a guy inherits powers, but it's not like powers you've seen it like, it's not like Spider-Man or Superman. Yeah. He just has the ability to basically cause basically using the Force. That's why it's called Push.
I remember it coming out. Actually, I think maybe I've seen a little bit of it when Richard watched it once, and I was like, meh.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. But you just reminded me of that when you said that. I was like, oh, that reminds me of that weird little movie that was kind of like that.
Speaking of Dakota Fanning.
Oh, I'm glad I brought that up then.
The Twilight movies. I rewatched them earlier this month, and they're fucking fantastic. They're so bad. I love them.
I haven't watched them in a while. I know that they're like coming back as a cult classic. Like they're being revamped as a cult classic. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy.
They're good. They're so bad. They're so good. I watched them. I had a great fucking time. Yeah. I had an incredible time. The first one got a 49% from the critics, 73% of the audience. But again, God, they were just huge whenever they came out.
Well, and I feel like as they went on, I actually do think the story got better. I do think the movies get better, like as you go.
I was watching them and I was like, these are fucking incredible. Is the acting not so great? Yeah. Worse, a lot of the acting choices or the actors chosen just really weird. Yeah.
Yeah, there were some interesting choices there.
Yeah. No, I loved rewatching those. I had a great time. I highly recommend it. They're fantastic.
I'm just going to say my last two really quick and then get into the third one. That is the one that I feel like we'll probably both agree on.
Okay.
Which is Nacho Libre got a 40%.
I never watched it. I think I was too old. I just wasn't.
It's got the same vibes as Napoleon Dynamite, where it's a little bit awkward and the lines are intentionally delivered very dry by certain characters. But it is, in fact, very funny. As a child, as an adult, it is funny to me.
Yeah, I think I was just slightly above the age demographic for that. Because it's the same thing with, like,
well, that's the funny thing, Jessica, is that the demographic that they shot for at the Nickelodeon channel that is not the age that should be watching this movie. It is meant for people our age. It's like watching it as an adult, I was like, they put this on Nickelodeon? This was on Nickelodeon?
That I was like, yeah, I think it looked like it was going to be for kiddies,
if you love Jack Black, you should watch it. It's incredible.
I go back and forth with Jack Black. Again, I think a little bit too old for some of the, like, School of Rock, I know is a huge thing for people really that are younger than myself. And I thought it was fine. But, I wasn't the age of the kids in it, so it didn't really do anything for me.
Oh, I love that one. That's so good.
That's one of those things that sometimes I can look at a movie and it makes me sad, that I was just at the wrong age for it.
Yeah.
Like I can look at that movie.
She's just an elder millennial. It's no tragedy.
I know, but I can look at that movie and know, like, if I was the age of those kids in it, I would have been like, holy fuck, this is great.
Well, and I would like to point out about Nacho Libre that a lot of people were like, I can't believe Jack Black is playing a Mexican. That's like, this is unbelievable. But he's not. He's playing Netherlands Mexican. His mother is from, like, the Netherlands or Finland or somewhere in the Norse regions of the world, and his dad is Mexican. So he is a white man with curly hair in a Mexican convent, like working as a monk. Like, that is literally why he is the way he is. And also, follow up, Mexicans fucking love him. If you look anywhere, if you see any of it, they're like, no, Jack Black's cool and he's funny, so he's allowed to do whatever he wants. And I was like, listen, guys, they're not mad about it. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Be enraged all you want, but they're okay with it. So
that's so funny.
Nacho Libre did not score well. It is still genuinely one of the funniest things I've ever watched because it's so quotable. But anyway, my second to last one is Spy Kids 3D.
I knew you were going to say Spy Kids. I was too old for those too.
I would like to point out that the original Spy Kids is like an 85-90%. It got super high ratings because it was, it's a full Hispanic cast for the most part. And, it was engaging for kids. It was a good kids movie. And it's well thought out. The plot's good. The acting is incredible. They literally keep it is canon that their uncle is Machete from the Machete movies, which is, I love that, really fucking funny.
Danny Trejo, let's go.
Yeah, like, they're good. But, like, the second one's also really good, where they go to the island and there's, like, the Steve Buscemi's in it. Like, that one's really good. The third one has where they go inside the video game. And as a person who loves video games, clearly I'm going to love it. It's like Tron.
Yeah.
That one scored really poorly. And I just think it was because it was during that era when we're like, oh my God, these movies are in 3D. And you're like, okay, you filmed it like it was supposed to be 3D, but it was falling short of that mark. But the actual story and the plot is really good. Like, it's actually a good film. And I still love it to this day. And anytime they use, like, George Lopez, like in, What's that fucking movie that's similar? Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I think that one also scored poorly. Fucking love that movie. It's so good.
I didn't watch any of those.
Oh, that was the target age.
I was not the target age.
I'm gonna look that up right now. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I have one more that I know we both.
Yeah, 20% for Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Did not do well. Great fucking film.
Burlesque.
I love
Terrible
that film.
movie.
No, I have one criticism, and I've talked about it before, and it is the fact that her name is Alice, and she goes by Allie the whole movie. You dumb bitch. No Alice in her right mind is going to go from a unique name like that to the same basic bullshit that every Allie, Allison, Alex, Alexandria, all of them. No.
Oh, so many.
We would never, ever associate with them.
Yeah, it's a terrible movie, but it's enjoyable.
The plot is not great, but but I will say I learned something from this movie, and that is the fact that you can own air. All right, that is a real thing, and that is a plot point in the movie, and I think it's super funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the acting is pretty bad, the story is pretty bad, but let's be real, it's a vessel for the music, it's a vessel for Cher, and it's a vessel for Christina.
Yes.
Also, another little gay Stanley Tucci, and you know what? That makes my heart happy.
I agree. I also love that Kristen Bell is an absolute cunt in this movie. Just 1,000% the worst person.
Yeah.
Can't wait for her kids to grow up and see that.
The love interest, Cam Gigant, is fucking terrible in this movie. But that's not why you watch it. It's not for the romance. It's for the acting. Yep. It's for the burlesque. Please. Yeah,
it's for the burlesque.
The
100%.
Spectacle.
It's so good. Do you have any more left? Go, rapid fire yours. Go.
Rapid fire. Crybaby, 1990. John Waters.
Never seen
it. I thought it was actually going to be, it's a B movie. It's John Waters, so everything, I feel like he's very polarizing. A lot of his movies are cult classics, but he always would push the boundaries and do things that made people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But he also was a huge advocate, for people who were ostracized and like the LGBTQ community and everything, drag queens, all of it. Yeah, he was a great man. He was also really fucking weird. And Crybaby is really fucking weird. But it scored in the 70s. But his are always...
Yeah, controversial.
A lot of people are very upset about his. Like in that one also, they had it had Ricki Lake, which was a huge deal because she got, I don't remember her entire story, either pregnant very young or something happened. So she was a controversial actress at the time. There was also, he hired an actress who was an underage actress who ended up doing porn. And then was like blacklisted, and he hired her and was like, you know what, you were doing what
so he's cool as fuck.
You were doing what you had to do, yeah. And
I respect
he was a huge advocate, but some of his movies were a little bit even weird for me, Yeah, but also, I mean, he did Hairspray as well. Was John Waters?
I still haven't seen that, by the way.
And then my last one, which is just really weird because I don't know why I was obsessed with this movie as a child. It was probably because my dad liked it and we would watch it together. But is The Replacements, which is it's like Major League, which is the baseball one where they bring in people. It's like Major League, but with football. There's a football team that's going on strike because they want more money. So then they bring in, like B-list players and stuff. And they try to win this one. The whole thing.
I like sports movies. I'm going to say it. Yeah. I love sports movies. I also like the one, I got actually sassed the other day for it, which is the one where I think it's Adam Sandler, where they pull the guys from prison.
Longest Yard?
Yeah, I think it's that one. Yeah. And
I didn't watch that one.
That one, the only thing I remember from that whole movie, it's the only thing that stuck with me because I watched it when I was younger, was the guy, they switched out the guy's drugs with estrogen, and he started to notice that his pecs were getting tender, and that is the only thing I remember from that movie. That is it. I like sports movies though. They're fun.
Yeah, I do. I also enjoy it. And again, like, it got flagged by critics. It's got a 41%, so still not terrible.
Yeah.
But because they thought it was cliche and, like, you knew the outcome, they're going to win the whole thing, so why was it worth it? I don't care.
Yeah, it's fun for me.
I want to watch them get to the point where they win the whole thing.
Well, it's like Miracle, the movie Miracle, where the U.S. hockey team finally wins. And it's like, we know what happened because it's historic. We have historical evidence of it, but it's still it's drama. We like the drama. Humans love stories. So no matter what, we want to see the
underdog story, baby.
Yeah, we love that shit as humans.
All right, do you want to do a quick rapid fire? We're going to just say a movie and say yes or no.
Well, I have my very last one that I think is going to take us a minute to get through.
Okay.
But it's a good segue into our next podcast. So.
Oh, okay.
I hope you're ready.
Ready.
Austenland. All right, now.
Oh, but see, that's because it was men.
Yeah,
men ruined that.
Exactly. So I'm coming at you, and you and I have had this very pissy conversation where we fucking love Austenland, and we were like, we have to look it up. We need to know like how well this movie did because it's so fucking good. Why does nobody talk about it?
Yeah.
And lo and behold, fucking the only people who were being critics for this fucking movie, which is basically Pride and Prejudice in a modern setting.
It's incredible.
Girl insert. It's fine. Like, it is so fan fiction-y, but it's fucking incredible.
Best way.
Is white old men reviewed this movie. They fucking crashed it. They were like, this movie's not good. It's not a good satire. It's not satire. That's the thing.
It's not satire.
You're fucking stupid. It's not satire. It is a genuine piece of art that so perfectly captures my, I'm going to go find that one review. I'm going to go find that one review.
Well, see, okay, this is
that
why
old bag of bones.
Oh my God. On my list, I don't have any rom-coms because I refuse to look at them because rom-coms, for the most part, like, are not meant to be reviewed in that way.
No.
Because they're not supposed to be critically reviewed.
No.
They are good, stupid, follow a fucking, like, timeline.
They're not meant to be big blocked artist movies. They're not. Yeah. And that's fine.
I didn't look at any of them. Again, the only thing I put down on there, like, Crybaby is kind of there's a romance, and Burlesque has that romance in it, but that's not why I considered those movies bad. There are only a couple rom-coms I would call bad, and Austenland is a fucking masterpiece. Literally, Austenland is so fucking good. If you like rom-coms and you like period pieces, point blank, you just like period pieces. Boom.
You don't even have to like Pride and Prejudice. You should if you like this movie. You probably already like Pride and Prejudice. I do highly. Did you know that Stephanie Meyers produced this movie?
Yes.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that. I just looked at it right now.
I saw her name in the credits.
Yeah. I don't even know how to express to you how fucking the guy that they hired, the guy they cast opposite the lead, Kerry Russell. He is so good. He is like,
he's perfect.
He's like Tom Hiddleston before Tom Hiddleston, like, well, Tom Hiddleston was already Loki. That was in 2012. This came out in 2013. So like he was already in like the Marvel route, but this guy is like his like clone underling. Like they found another one and put him in this movie.
So good.
Jennifer Coolidge is in it. That should be enough of a reason for you to watch it. She is so good.
I haven't seen Kerry Russell in that many things, but every time I see her, I'm like, you go, girl. You're great. I love you.
Yes.
She's so good.
Now, granted, there is one goofy, questionable thing that happens in this movie, and that is the relationship between Jennifer Coolidge's character and the man that she ends up with at the end of the film. I do agree that bit is weird, but also it's a bit. That's the thing. It is a bit. Yeah. So, to some degree, things get weird, but it's fine.
Yeah.
That's
the only part where you're like, oh, this poor guy.
Like, literally, if you look at the reviews, all the women give it like a high rating, and every man that comments on it is like, this is shit. Wow, it's almost like it wasn't fucking written for you.
Exactly. I was gonna say, it's the definition of this content was not made for you, baby girl. Get the fuck out of here.
This
There's the door.
Said,
okay.
Useless adaptation of a book by Shannon Hale. Yeah, which is a perfect fucking commentary on what the concept of Pride and Prejudice and all of those Austen books are. Like, it is such a well done, perfectly captures the essence of like, you have this dream that you want to go back in time and you want to be in these movies. Yeah. And then they give you like the realistic expectation of what it would be like to go back in time and be in these movies. You're like, oh, it's kind of not what I thought.
Not that good. Yeah.
And then you get to have this woman's journey of her like having that moment and then all the chaos that comes out of it. And the plot twist at the end literally blew my fucking mind.
Twist.
Jessica was so excited to watch my fucking brain get fried at the end of this movie. It was insane.
And then I was like, okay, we have to watch it again. So now you can look for all the little things that happen in the background that lead you to this twist happening. Because you can see some of the things in the background. It's incredible.
Oh, dude, I can't even read it. I can't even read the reviews.
Don't
they make me so angry. But anyway,
fuck those men.
I knew for a fact that you would really enjoy this one being at the end here, because Jessica and I are actually hoping to talk more about like Pride and Prejudice and Austen films in our next podcast. So this was the perfect segue.
It might not be the next one. We might have one in the middle, remember?
We'll figure it out.
We were going to maybe end with the Pride and Prejudice podcast experience.
Pride and Prejudice podcast experience.
Yeah. Because y'all know we can talk about some period pieces. Yeah. I mean,
this has basically been a list of movies that are a hill I will die on. That is what this list has been. This is a hill I will die on. These are good movies, whether the audience knows so or not.
I'm not going to defend Burlesque that much, but
okay,
it's enjoyable. But is it good? No, I know it's bad.
Austin Land, I will die on.
I will die on
those old bags of bones. This is a great movie.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. Phantom of the Opera, I will die on that hill. I was rewatching that. I might cut this out of the podcast, but I was rewatching that yesterday.
Yeah.
Just like so happy. Like I could feel my little teenage self in there. Just like, yes, this is what I didn't realize that I based a lot of things I like in my personality on. This is very formative for me.
Oh my God.
I am in this moment.
Dude, it's so wild when you really think about like how much movies can shape us.
Yeah.
And
I watched every day after school for a week. I watched The Phantom of the Opera.
Do you know how many times I watched Attack of the Clones with my brother until the fact that my mom literally took the DVD away from us, hid it in her bedroom. I went and found it and watched it on a different DVD player because we loved that movie so much. Like, nah, dog.
Like, the obsession is real.
Yeah.
You know, it's incredible.
All right, well, we've come to the conclusion of this podcast. We could keep going. Honestly, I feel like every couple of minutes I remembered a new movie and was like, we don't have time to talk about that. We have to move on. We don't have time. But we could have an in-depth Star Wars discussion. We can have we probably could pick any of those movies and just go off for an hour.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're not going to unless you request it. Feel free to reach out on our Twitter and our Instagram, Two Birds, One Brain. We are willing to argue it with you, at least. And
yes, we will have words.
We will have words.
Strong opinions and words.
Absolutely big feelings about these movies. That is exactly what's happening here. So if you have a movie that you have big feelings about and you notice that people disagree with you more frequently, let us know what it is, and we'll let you know if we agree or disagree. You know, you might find a movie that we're both like, yeah, you're right. That is a great movie. Like, anytime I bring up The Muppets or Princess Diaries, great fucking films. Come at me. I don't care. So thank you all for hanging out. We will see you next time. Jessica, I love you. Goodbye.
Love you. Goodbye.
Okay. And cut.